ES Audio.
Hi, I'm John Weeks, and this is the Evening Standard's Tech and Science Daily. Coming up, how dogs can make your neighbourhood safer. But first, Amazon is being investigated over concerns some of its selling practices might lead to customers getting a worse deal. The Competitions and Markets Authority is looking into whether Amazon is distorting competition by giving an unfair advantage to its own retail business or sellers compared with other third-party sellers on its UK marketplace. It's looking into how Amazon sets criteria for selecting which product offer is placed in the buy box and which sellers can list products under Amazon's Prime label. Amazon said it will work closely with the CMA during their investigation and that sales from its partners continue to grow faster than Amazon's retail sales. New data shows about half of people in the UK don't know that medical cannabis is available in the UK for those with things like chronic pain and anxiety. Dr. Simon Erridge, Head of Research and Patient Access at Sapphire Medical Clinics, has been telling us about the molecules from cannabis, CBD and THC, that can help patients.
Both of those molecules act on the body's own, what we call a cannabinoid system. So there are receptors which react to both of these plant-based molecules to induce pain relief or emotional regulation or any of these other effects that we see in the conditions that we see at the clinic.
But he said there needs to be more awareness that products are available because evidence shows medical cannabis can be quite effective. He said across all studies, it gave chronic pain patients a 10% improvement on their pain levels.
And actually that might not feel a lot, but they also conducted a study where they talked to patients and assessed, is a 10% difference in your pain really worthwhile to you? And actually, those patients with chronic pain, if they could take a 10% improvement, they very much would take that.
And Simon told us there is a difference between medical cannabis, such as medical cannabis oils, and things like over-the-counter CBD oils.
The difference between that and CBD oil is it's manufactured to a pharmaceutical grade, so you have really consistent levels of what is exactly inside that product, and also the fact that it can contain THC, which obviously over-the-counter oils can't contain.
Now,
numbers are going up and up, and we are not seeing platforms take the action that they need to stop this preventable child abuse online.
Exclusive figures shared by the NSPCC show online grooming crimes recorded by police have jumped by more than 80% in 4 years. The NSPCC told us that between 2021 and 22, there were more than 6,000 sexual communication with a child offences, an increase on the previous year, and almost 120 offences a week on average.
That's obviously really concerning because we know that given the way that children live their lives online and the reliance that we all have on the online world, and that's why we want to see a stronger online safety bill to really make sure that we've got protections in place for these distressing levels of grooming that we're seeing online.
That's Hannah Rushan, the NSPCC Senior Policy Officer, who told us the upcoming online safety bill needs to be amended so that Ofcom has more powers to proactively tackle abuse in private messaging.
It's important that we've got this and that we can make sure that it's as strong as possible from the very start of this legislation. There are still some places that we think this could be improved to really make sure that sites like Facebook, Meta are taking the action that we need them to.
Now, whether you like to get your exercise in on the weekend or prefer your gym sessions in the week, a study suggests neither is more or less beneficial than the other. Researchers said the time spent being physically active is more important than when that exercise takes place. The study of more than 350,000 Americans found no significant difference in death rates between weekend warriors and regularly active people. So the advice from the British Heart Foundation is, whether you cram your exercise in on the weekend or spread it across the week, aim for 150 minutes of moderate intensity activity each week. Scientists have discovered another huge hole in the ozone layer, which sits above almost the entire tropical region on the equator. Experts have said it covers such a massive area that half of the world's population could be affected. The hole is a year-round gap in the planet's ozone layer and is 7 times larger than the hole above the Antarctic that opens up each spring. Professor Quing Bin Liu, a scientist from the University of Waterloo in Canada, said that according to his research, the hole has already been present for more than 30 years. YouTuber and video game cover artist Alex Mukala has recreated Final Fantasy XIV's Close in the Distance track using over 1,000 singers. He's organised 1,400 people to sing the song, including Final Fantasy vocal artists Susan Calloway and Amanda Aitchen. Alex has shared the video online, which culminates in a shot showing all 1,400 singers performing the song on one screen. You can find the link to his masterpiece in the show notes. Let's go to the ads now. Coming up, Stranger Things sets a viewing record. Why not hit follow and give us a rating in the meantime? Welcome back. Having more dogs in your neighbourhood could make it a safer place to live. That's according to a study carried out in America, which suggests neighbourhoods with more dogs had lower rates of homicide, robbery and aggravated assault compared to areas with fewer dogs. Researchers reckon that people walking their dogs puts more eyes on the street, which can discourage crime. And finally, Stranger Things Season 4 has become just the second on Netflix to reach over 1 billion hours of watch time. Since it came out on the 27th of May, we've spent 1.15 billion hours watching the season's 9 episodes, including 301 million hours just this past weekend. But it hasn't caught up with Squid Game yet. Viewers spent 1.65 billion hours watching that in the first days since it was released. You're up to date. Come back at 4 p.m. for the Leader podcast, where we bring you the latest news and analysis from the Evening Standard in London. We'll be back tomorrow at 1 p.m. See you then.